I remember how I got involved.
So?
It started with a pair of shoes. And I think I've told you this.
Those high top shoes that you did not want.
I refused to wear. I went and swapped them off, and on the way to the Hayside, where the store was, it was 2 or 3 miles away.
Did you walk down the mountain from there?
Mm-hmm.
From Backbone down to Hayside?
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a ways.
Well, I went by way of Birchleaf because I was living over close to Birchleaf at that point.
Oh.
And that was even longer. And I ran across this. I don't know whether he was a preacher or whether he just was kind of an elder in this little Presbyterian church. And I was telling him my woes. And he offered to let me stay at their home and go to school that year. So I did. Took care of the kids' evenings and put them to bed and helped with the washing weekends and, just did probably not enough work, but some work. And they let me go to school. And when school was out, evidently they didn't figure I was worth dealing with anymore. And they took me to a place down in Kentucky where an elderly lady lived with her son, who was about 35 or 40. I really don't know because people look so old when the kids are young. And I hadn't stayed there about 2 days, so it was just a race to keep up with him. And the Carnival came to town, and I was up there stargazing and looking standing there looking at the picture. They took those little pictures in a 5 for $1 or whatever, and then they tinted them for $0.25 a piece or something, or I remember maybe 3 for $0.25. It was hard times.
Didn't they have little backgrounds? You could stand in front of different little backgrounds and have your picture taken?
No, it was
just a photo booth.
Just a little booth, and then a little thing around where somebody set a table and tinted them for extra money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching the tinting, and someone asked me if I thought I could do it, and I said, well, it looks easy, and so they had me try it, and they took me with them. I just didn't even look back.
Did you not tell the old lady in Kentucky that you were leaving?
I went back and got my clothes, and that was the end of it.
So you did say goodbye to her?
Mm-hmm.
And what about when you left Backbone Ridge to turn in your shoes? You went and lived with the preacher, but didn't your dad try to come and get you back? Did he know you were leaving?
I think he knew I was leaving because I just left and carried that shoe there.
Oh, was he home when you left?
I don't remember.
I don't think he was, Grandma.
I don't think he was.
Don't you remember you had to pry open the box that they were in?
Mm-hmm.
And why were they locked in that trunk?
Well, he locked the sugar and salt and anything he thought I might waste in the trunk, and the shoes among them.
Well, if they were your shoes, how is it that you were going to waste them?
I don't know whether my father was a stubborn idiot.
You didn't want to wear them in the first place.
I just refused to wear them.
I thought that he locked those shoes in the trunk because he didn't want you to go to school.
I don't know whether he didn't plan on me going to school.
He wasn't going to let you go to school?
No, because I've already missed 1 year at that point.
What year do you think that was? What age were you?
I was about 14, and I went back there, and then fall came, and he didn't let me go to school. So I was about 14 or maybe coming up 15.
So when you ended up then, at the end of the carnival season, going to, Aunt Pink sent you money so you could go to Colorado and stay with Aunt Pink, did you have to fall back a year? Or did they just put you in your right year and you figured out how to catch up?
I arrived in Craig I think I'm not real sure. It's in December I arrived. And I think it maybe it was the holiday started. So I missed the first 4 months of school.
So now you're a year and a half behind.
I just went right down and registered for a junior.
Oh.
I had my sophomore year in Virginia and skipped my freshman year. I didn't have much high school, to be honest. About a year and 5 months to have high school. Oh no, 2 years and 5 months, I guess. I had my senior year, and about 5 months of my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
So my sophomore year and senior year, about 2 years and 5 months of high school.
That's funny.
It was funny because the superintendent was getting ready to, going through the records for graduating seniors, and he called me. He says, Zella, you don't have enough credits to graduate. Of course, I knew that. I didn't have freshman year. And so I was telling my story of how it happened. And he, bless his heart, he sent for state tests and gave me those state tests, and he passed me.
So when you were with the carnival, you would go to a different place every week.
Mm-hmm.
Carnival would be in town about a week, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to the next place. So where would you sleep?
Well, they furnished, motels, and
Oh, yeah?
so we had places to sleep.
Did you have to bunk with someone?
No.
Just you had your own room?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that must have been a luxury.
It was. Uh-huh.
And what about the food? Was the food good?
We ate at the Carnival had a place to eat. We ate there most of the time.
So you got more food there than you did at Aunt Pink's?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm.
And you enjoyed the work?
I did, but I didn't enjoy getting dumped by the end of the season, though. But that was typical, I think.
It was typical, yeah. And you got no pay?
No pay.
And they gave you nothing at the end?
No.
And where did they leave you?
Mississippi.
And so Aunt Pink had to send you money from there?
No. I actually, I did something illegal to get money there. I happened to be abandoned at a hotel, a cheap hotel. And the guy, it was owned by a woman, probably, I don't know how old she was, but she had a son who was about 40, I suppose. He was a drug addict.
Oh, yeah, you told
And
me.
he had me practice writing doctors' names. And I rewrote them. And then he paid my way home.
After you forged several prescriptions for it, what was it that he was wanting to get?
Morphine.
Uh-huh. And was that the owner's son?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. I wonder why he thought you could do that.